Hey everyone, it's Call Me Adam, and we are here live at the Algonquin Hotel in the heart of New York City's theater district. And today we are chatting with Drama Desk and Lucille Lortel winner Luba Mason. Hi Luba.
Hi.
How are you?
Really, really good.
Hey everybody, it's Adam, live and in person for you. Hey everybody, it's Adam, wonder who he'll interview. CallMeAdam.com.
Let's start with your album that you released last year called Mixtura.
Yes.
It's your third studio album.
Yes.
And it's a blend of all different genres of music. So, which is why you named it Mixtura. So, now that the album has been out for a little bit, in looking back on it, is it everything you wanted it to be? And what has been your favorite part of having it out in the world?
Yes, it's everything I wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm already thinking about my next Mixtura album because there's just a continuation. I think there'll be a whole series.
Oh my God.
So yes, I'm happy what I did with it, but there's more to come.
Are you happy with like the feedback that you've been getting from fans and?
Yes, actually the feedback has been terrific.
Mm-hmm.
The reviews have been terrific.
As they should be.
Thank you. But I also anticipated some, not confusion, but difficulty in pinpointing or pigeonholing me and the album, which it's very hard to do because it is Mixtura. It's a lot of genre bending and a lot of blending. So yes, there were some reviewers, etc., who maybe didn't want to cover it because it wasn't a jazz album, or it wasn't the pop album, or it wasn't this kind of an album where they could just put me in a box. So that's been, that was to be expected.
Right. But I think that's one of the great things about it is that it's cross genre. It's cross generational, is that a word?
Crossing, yeah. There's a lot of it on there,
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's to be expected, and we'll see. With any kind of new projects like this, it takes a few for people to kind of get it and finally kind of give it its place.
Yes, it's such a strong album.
It really is. That's also kind of the advantage of doing all the genre bending, because every song makes a statement.
Yes.
And the listener doesn't know what's coming next. So it's very, very surprising.
Yes.
And I find it really being also a music lovers album, because it's not for just jazz lovers or for Broadway lovers or classical music. It's it's a mix of everything.
Yeah.
So
Two of my other favorite songs are Hannah.
Oh, really? I wrote that one.
I love that song, yes.
Thank you.
Which is one of the ones,
An unusual song.
Yes.
Because nobody really writes, it's about, not a very popular topic.
No.
It's about sexual abuse.
Right. I mean, it's so heart-wrenching, but also how you wrote it. It's such a story song. And I love story songs, and it reminds me a lot of, like, Dolly Parton with her story songs. And it's,
Thank you, Adam.
Oh, you're welcome. And I also love Last Winter.
Last
Snowfall. Yes.
Oh, you're surprising me, Adam. You really are, because that was written. I did the lyrics for that, and Vadim Nesilovsky did the music. He's this classical jazz prodigy, I think, and it's so mood enhancing. And that was about my father who had just died.
Yes.
Again, this mood was created, and it's a 10-minute song.
I know.
Also,
but it goes by like. I mean, you don't notice that it's 10 minutes because you're just so encaptured in it. Well, speaking of Chicago, since it is celebrating its 20 years, so you were in it with Brooke Shields at the time.
Yes, I was.
And so in looking back, what's one of your favorite memories of your time in the show?
You can't knock the opening, the opening. You're the first thing that they see on stage. It's just coming up in that elevator from the basement in that pose, and you're about to sing, and then you strut down with your little Fosse movement, and you start with all that jazz.
Yeah.
It's more than a thrill. I mean, it's quite the moment. and quite a way to open the show, and you know, it's yours.
Yeah. And what are you thinking about as you were riding up in the elevator? What would go through your mind?
Well, the first few weeks I was like, oh, don't screw it up.
Last year you were in the Off-Broadway show Pretty Filthy.
Yes.
Which is a look at the porn industry.
Yes.
It's a role that you were nominated for.
Yes.
The Drama Desk Award and Lucille Lortel Award. What did you learn about the industry from doing the show?
I watched quite a bit of porn
Uh-huh.
to educate myself. The bottom line with the lesson to be learned and what the show was about is that, you know, the porn stars are human.
Mm-hmm.
They're human like all of us, and there's humanity in all of us. They are mothers and fathers and, you know, husbands and wives,
Mm-hmm.
and this is their job.
Mm-hmm.
But they still have ups and downs and get sick and have problems like
Mm-hmm.
everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, they just so happen to do porn for a living.
On February 21st, you are going to be at 54 Below, Feinstein's 54 Below,
Yes.
reuniting to celebrate the release of the album.
Yes,
Pretty
there's a
Filthy.
CD release
Yes.
of this album. It actually was released last year, but we never launched it.
Right. So
So
this is going to be the launch.
this
yeah.
is what it's going to be. Yeah.
What are you looking forward to about reuniting with the cast? And
Seeing everybody. Because, I mean, you know, you get into a show and you hang out and spend, you know, 5 or 6 months with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you become a family, and you get and we all got along. It was really nice.
That's so
Really-
great. Coming up very soon, actually. BroadwayCon.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are part of a panel. It's called Stepping into the Spotlight, Replacing on Broadway.
Yeah.
What is it like to step into a role as opposed to originating the role? What challenges are there with replacing?
It's more about what can I bring special to this role,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
to make it work, to put my stamp on it,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to just copying someone.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Just ask anybody who's had 'em, Adam, lives for the business of show. Call me Adam.com.